All right. My question for you guys is we are halfway into the year of 2010. Fucking crazy, right? Hell yeah. And I wanted to know if you're happy with how your year has gone by so far. And I sincerely want to know, like, I want you to tell me, like, what are things that you may regret, even though I feel like nobody should really regret anything. Anything that's a regret is something that's meant to be learned, a lifelong learned lesson. Um, what are your regrets? What have you accomplished? Have you accomplished everything that you wanted to accomplish throughout the year? And what else do you plan on accomplishing? So yeah, answer those questions. Like seriously, tell me, so I can know more about my subscribers and whatnot, and followers on my site. So yeah, um, as far as me, of course, I gotta answer the question. I don't know why I always think every time I think of how far we've gone by throughout the year, I always think of Michael Jackson. I don't know why, but I always think like, damn, it's been this many months since Michael died. And it's literally in a couple of weeks it'll have been a year since Michael died. And I guess the reason why I bring that up is because that was like a really big thing last year. Like nobody seen it coming. Well, the majority of us didn't, unless it was people who were close to him. Like Janet was on Oprah like a couple of months ago. I think it was like back in March, and she was saying how they all had a, what do they call it? Shoot, I don't know what's the name, but her and her family all had to sit down with Michael and talk to him about his problem with this prescription drugs, because we all know that that's something that he had a problem with like back in the 90s too. So they all kind of knew that it was going to happen. But even when you know that something's going to happen, you're never really ready for when it happens. So it's like it's going to happen, but damn, it's like at the same time you didn't really see it coming. It still kind of hits you. So yeah, so that was a really big thing last year. So every time I think of how far we've gone by in the year, I'm like, damn, it's been a year since he died. Like, jeez, because we were on that for so long, even months after he died. Like, it's like, really? Are we really off that already? Like, shit, crazy. But yeah. So it's crazy how when you're a kid, you're like, oh man, it seems like there's so many hours in the day. It seems like school's taking forever until like the clock strikes 3 o'clock or 3:15 or whenever you get out of school and you leave. You know what I mean? It seems like you have all the time in the world, and then as you get older, before you know it, 1 minute it's like 9 in the morning, the next minute it's like midnight, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, what did I do today? Like, even if you're not doing anything, it seems like even if you're not doing anything in a day, it seems like time goes by so fast. Like, it's like, what are you doing? It's like you really need to like make sure that you're doing something with your life every day. And now that I get older and I have my days where I like sleep in when I'm not working, since I don't really work that many days, I'm like, what am I doing? Like I get upset at myself that I like sleep in now, because I'm like, even though I stay up all night, I'm like, yo, like, what did I didn't do anything all day, and now the day's over. Like, what can I say that I've accomplished today? Nothing. I just slept, ate, watched TV, got on the internet, whatever. Yeah, so you definitely need to make sure you're productive with your days. I don't mean to give nobody no speech or nothing. But yeah, as far as me, I would say one of the things that I accomplished obviously is a job. I've gone through what at first I worked at JC Penney's, then it was IHOP, which I'm still working now, and then Forever 21. So I've gone through three jobs within the first, what is it, the 6 month of the year. Damn, you know, it's crazy that I was bagging that I've been bagging jobs like this year, when like for the past 3 years before this year I could not find a job for the life of me. You know what I mean? I really couldn't. And I still don't have my GED yet. So I don't know how I did it. I'm so glad people got desperate enough, or at least still not even desperate enough, but still seen that I have the knowledge that whether I have this degree or not, I'm still good for the job and still giving me a chance. Even though obviously education is still important, I still want to get that done so that, it'll get me to get a better job. You know what I mean? Something more to my liking, and then start to get a career and everything of that nature. But yeah, it's just crazy cuz like for 3 years, even for my last job, my first job, I could not get a job for the life of me. And I applied at places more than once, like even Forever 21. Like, I'm surprised they hired me because I have been trying to get with them since I was like 16, yo. Seriously. They didn't even give me a chance last year when I was 18 and I'm 19 now. You know what I mean? It's like crazy. I had applied there so many times. Like, I don't know what, I guess, experience now or time. I don't know. I don't know how I did it, but I'm so very thankful, and I definitely thank God. Sorry to people who aren't religious or whatever, but yeah, thank God that I was given that opportunity to get those jobs. You know what I mean? Cause if you see my video from December, I was at my lowest of lows, guys. Like, seriously. Like, I don't know if y'all remember that video. If you're not new or not, maybe I'll post the link in the information box, or if you want to take a look at that. But yo, I broke down that video. I was not expecting that to happen. That's when I was really honest with you guys about my life, and how I really feel about my life. It's always had been like that, me being alone and not really going out that much, and trying to get a job but it not really happening, trying to go to school but me being doubtful of myself and being on and off with it like I still am now. Which that would be, if I could, that's something that I want to achieve this year, that I have yet to achieve, is finally getting my GED. I don't think I can go another. I don't think I will not go another year without getting my GED, because once it comes up to next year, I have to take those tests the next year at the same exact month or date of when I started my GED process. If I don't get it done by then, I have to take my tests all over again. And I only have one test left, so I really need to step it up. But that would definitely be something that I still need to accomplish. And that would be the ultimate, is to get my GED. Because that's been, I don't want to say such a barrier, but it kind of has. It's gotten me to be distant towards people that I care about, because they would really be nagging me and I wouldn't want to hear it. Like I mentioned, my big sister, and me wanting to be close with them, but at the same time knowing that they would bring that up, so I would distance myself. Gotten to the point where I would have to go through the school in order to go to work, and now I'm going different ways or longer ways to avoid the school. It's just crazy. You know what I mean? And it just needs to stop, and I just need to get it together. That's something I still need to accomplish. But definitely one of the things that I'm happy about is the job situation, because one thing about me is, even when I have it in my heart to do something, or that's something that's so important to me, when I get knocked down or rejected, I stay down for a while. And that's what was happening with me with the jobs, and that also still happens with me with school right now, is, they don't really want to give me a chance or really want to give me interviews, and I wouldn't go job searching that often. It would have like a different effect on me. You know how with some other people, like, if they keep getting knocked down, that still pushes them to keep trying even harder. With me, that makes me try less. And that's a problem. Like, I have the opposite effect going on. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. I hope that I definitely get out of that. But yeah, so as far as things that I've accomplished, is definitely, pushing myself as far as working and getting a job. And I've gotten through 3 jobs now, where the last 3 years I couldn't even get the chance of having one job, which I'm very thankful of. And as far as things that I still want to accomplish, I still definitely want to get my GED. And once I get my GED, I'm applying for college right after that. No questions asked. You know what I mean? There's nothing else to it. That would be it. I definitely want to get into getting my driver's license. That could still be in the process now, but like I said, I don't really have the money like that. And for me, I feel like if I'm going to get my driver's license, I need a car, bam, right there. You know what I mean?